Hello dear students, how are you? Today in this video, we are going to learn question of 5a, which is from the lesson ratio from class 9, which is from exercise 3. Dear students, let's go to the solution of question of 5a, which is related to ratio and proportion. Dear students, in the previous video, already we have discussed what is called ratio and what is called proportion. So let's recall once again. Ratio is the comparison between any two quantities of the same kind. Ratio is the comparison between any two quantities of the same kind in the form of A by B. Dear students, if we are given any two quantities A and B, suppose A is the weight of first person and B is the weight of second person. Now, in order to compare the first and second quantity, we compare them in the form of A by B. So, if any two quantities are compared in the form of A by B, then it is called ratio. So, A by B is the ratio of the two quantities A and B. If we suppose the value of A is equal to A by B is equal to K, then we can write A is equal to BK. That means if we compare two quantities A and B in the form of A by B, then one quantity we can express as the multiple of another quantity. So this type of comparison is called ratio. Dear students, A is equal to B times A is equal to K times of B. That means the first quantity is a certain times of the second quantity. So the process of comparison of two quantities in the form of A by B, which tell us that how many times one quantity is than the other quantity. So this is called ratio. So comparison between any two quantities in the form of A by B, where B is not equal to 0, is called ratio. So dear students, now according to this question, we are given first ratio 4:9. So let's go to question of 5a. What number must be subtracted from each term of ratio 4:9? What number must be subtracted from each term of ratio 4:9 so that it may become equal to 9:4? Dear students, the first ratio is given 4:9 and the second ratio is given 9:4. And according to the question, what must be subtracted? Because 4/9 and 9/4, they are not equal. So what must be subtracted from each term of the first ratio so that the first ratio will become equal to the second ratio? So let's go to the solution. Let x must be subtracted. What number? So what we can replace? Well, let number we can suppose x. Let x must be subtracted. 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 So language we can manage from the question. In place of what we can add let and number we can suppose x. Let x must be subtracted from each term of the first ratio of ratio 4:9 so that it may become equal to so that it may become equal to 9:4. So dear students, now according to the question we can write first ratio and two ratio equal. According to the question x, we have supposed that x must be subtracted. So first ratio, the first term of the first ratio 4:9 is 4 and the second term is 9. The first term is 4 and the second term is 9. According to the question, we have supposed that x must be subtracted from each term of the ratio 4:9. That means we'll subtract x from 4 and again we'll subtract x from 9. So 4 minus x. Now the new number will be 4 minus x and 9 minus x. Now according to the question, if x is subtracted from each term of the first ratio, then the new ratio will become 9:4. 9:4 means we can write 9/4. So dear students, according to the question, we have supposed that let x must be subtracted from each term of the ratio 4:9 so that it may become equal to 9:4. That means if x is subtracted from 4, we get 4 minus x, and again if x is subtracted from 9, then we get 9 minus x. Then according to the question, the new ratio will be equal to 9:4. That means 9/4. Now by solving this statement, we can easily get the value of x. So let's solve this equation now. So we can solve this equation by crisscross method. So let's multiply 4 into 4 minus x. 4 into 4 minus x is equal to 9 into 9 minus x. So dear students, the solution is very simple. So if we do crisscross, that means if we do cross multiplication and solve, then we get easily the value of x, which will be the required number. So 4 into 4, how much we get? 4 into 4 we get 16, 4 into x, 4x, and 9 into 9 we get 81, and minus 9 into x we get 9x. So dear students, now minus 9x will move to left hand side, then minus 9x will become plus 9x, and minus 4x keeping as it is, and 81 minus 16. So dear students, so we'll keep the variable terms in one side and the numbers, that means constant terms, in another side. So minus 9x we have moved to the left hand side so that 9x and 4x we can subtract, and 81 is greater number, so 16 we have moved to another side, so plus 16 will be minus 16. So 9x minus 4x we can write 5x, and 81 minus 16 will get 11 minus 6, 5, and 7 minus 1 6. That means 81 minus 16. The difference of two numbers 81 and 16, we get 65. Now let's solving for x again one step. So 5x is equal to 65. 5x is equal to 65. So we can write x is equal to 65 by 5, because 5 and x they're in the product form. So if we move to another side, then 5 will divide 65. That means 65 divided 5 will get 13. So dear students, when 65 is divided 5, then we get 13. Therefore x is equal to 13. So dear students, according to this question, if 13 is subtracted from each term of the first ratio, then the ratio will become 9:4. So we can easily check now. If we subtract 4 and 13, then we'll get minus 9. We'll get minus 9. And again, if we subtract 13 from 9, then 9 minus 13 will get minus 4. Minus 4 minus 4 will cancel, then we'll get exactly 9:4. So we can check the answer. So we see the required solution. So let's check. If we subtract 13, from each term of the first ratio, that means 4 minus 13, and again if we do 9 minus 13, then we'll get 4 minus 13 will get minus 9, and 9 minus 13 will get minus 4. So minus minus we can cancel, then we'll get 9:4. So this race will get exactly the second ratio. So we can check most of the answers. If we get the answer and if we tally with the question, then we can easily check whether our solution is correct or not. So dear students, according to this question of 5a, so let's review once again how to get the solution. So what number must be subtracted from each term of the ratio 4:9 so that it may become equal to 9:4? Dear students, in this question we are given the first ratio 4:9, and what must be subtracted from each term, that means from the first term and second term, so that it will be equal to 9:4. So we have supposed let x must be subtracted from each term of the first ratio, that means 4:9, so that it may become equal to 9:4. So dear students, we have supposed that let x should be subtracted from each term of the first ratio so that it will become equal to the ratio 9:4. So if we suppose that x is subtracted from each term of the first ratio, then we'll get 4 minus x by 9 minus x. And according to question, the new ratio will be 9:4. 9:4 means we get 9 by 4. Then by crisscross method, we can easily solve and get the value of x. That means 13 must be subtracted from each term of the ratio 4:9 so that it may become equal to 9:4, which we can easily check. So this is checking, and it's not compulsory to show in the examination. So dear students, I hope that you have understood the solution of question of 5a, which is one of the most important from exercise 3, ratio and proportion, which is from class 9. So thank you. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye.